Welcome back to my page. If you are seeing my video for the first time, my name is Kachi and my page is Kachi Talks. Here we discuss so many things from business, finance, families, even agriculture, games, like sports. We have a lot of things that we discuss that will interest you. We'll be talking about managing your debts, loans. I know so many people have been entangled with one form of loan or the other and are struggling to pay back. Some, while you're struggling to pay back this one, you still have the need to borrow more. So it makes it difficult for a lot of people to come out from that entanglement of loans they found themselves in. But we're going to talk about the strategies in how to pay back those loans that are killing you. Those loans that when you see some calls, you say, I won't pick this call. This would have come again. Those loans that when you remember, you ask yourself, why did I involve myself into this thing? But listen, because we are going to map out strategies. I want you to be free from debt. I want you to be a free person. So that when you are moving, you'll be bold enough to tell someone, I am not owing, and you'll be happy about it. You can ask your friends who are not owing how they feel when they remember they're not owing anyone. Ask them how they feel. They're happy about it. In this modern era, loan has become a way of life to some individuals, families, even governments. A lot of people cannot do one thing or the other without borrowing. A lot of good projects executed by some governments, before they do it, they will tell you, I will need to borrow from so and so country, we need to borrow from so and so place for them to be able to execute those things. It's as if it's a way of life. But you ask yourself, should loan be my way of life as an individual or a family or even an organization? When you borrow and it is managed properly, and if it's for a good cause, you enjoy it. But if when you borrow is for a bad cause, you won't be happy with yourself. Loans has become an aspect of a modern financial life. You see people boldly telling you, I want to borrow for this. Families, organizations, even the government. They borrow to execute projects. Individuals and families borrow to do one thing or the other. And it's as if it's now a common thing that if you have not borrowed, you have not started either business or your life. While borrowing can be a good financial tool if managed properly, that same money you have borrowed could also become a burden if you manage it poorly. Let's ask ourselves, what is a loan or what is debt? This is money you borrowed from either an individual or a financial organization or even an association with the agreement to pay back within a specified period, and it usually comes with an interest. Either you borrow from a friend, oh, can I have some so and so amount? I'll pay you back within so and so time. If the person has, the person can say, okay, come and have it, but this is what you give me. Or if you're going to a financial organization, I need so and so amount, they will tell you their terms and conditions. Or for association, maybe you belong to a cooperative. Once in a while, you need some funds. Okay, you meet them, oh, I want to borrow so and so amount. They will also give you the terms and conditions of which you follow. Now, when we're talking about managing all these loans, so many people, like I said, have been entangled with so many financial organizations or institutions. You see them, they've borrowed online, they've borrowed in their cooperatives, they borrowed physically in one organization or the other, they've borrowed from individuals. And by the time they put all these things together, it becomes a problem for them. Their cash flow won't be able to carry it. It becomes a problem for them. Now, managing your loans has to do with knowing all your loan obligations. How much am I owing? Who am I owing? Then you map out a realistic repayment plan. I am owing Mr. A, I'm owing Mr. B, I'm owing Association A, I'm owing Association B. Now, this is what I earn. So how do I pay back? When you talk about a realistic repayment plan, it is one that you can follow, not the one that you say, oh, my income is 100,000. I'm owing 8 people. I'll be giving them 20,000 every month. You find out that it's not feasible. It's not realistic. Because if your income is 100,000 and 8 people are already 20,000 is already 160,000, how are you going to pay back? It's not realistic. It's not realistic at all. So what you do is know how much you are owing, know the people you are owing, and then the plan will be, okay, my income is 100,000. How do I service all of this, all these 8 people, and I'll still have something left for myself? Because by the time you service the 8 people you're owing and you have nothing left for yourself and family, you end up borrowing more. That means as you're trying to come out of your indebtedness, you'll be going deeper into indebtedness also. So you have to find a way, a realistic repayment plan. And when you find out that repayment plan that will be realistic, you have to follow it. You also have to cultivate a habit that will not push you more into debt. Because like I said, as you're struggling to pay back those loans and come out of being indebted, your lifestyle can also make you to be more indebted. You have to cultivate a lifestyle that will help you come out of that indebtedness. And when you come out, you come out fully and not coming out with one leg still remaining. So like I said, that you should assess all your outstanding loans. You prioritize all of them. I am owing bank A, I'm owing bank B, I'm owing bank C, I'm owing bank D. You prioritize them. Which one is more important? Which one follows? Which one is next? Which one is this? When you prioritize it, you know how to pay back those loans without failure. Prioritizing them helps a lot. It saves you a lot of embarrassment because when you know that this one is very important, if I don't pay this, they will come for my head. You make sure you pay it. Then another thing you need to do is negotiate with your creditors when necessary. Sometimes when you are owing and repayment becomes too difficult for you, maybe due to multiple loans or other issues that may come up, you go back to your creditors. You tell them, please, can I renegotiate this my loan? I know I pay 20,000 every month. My income is 30,000. Whenever I pay this 20,000, I have only 10,000 left. It's not always enough for me and my family. Can you help me to be paying 15,000 every month? Negotiate with them. And when you bring up such options, most times they will agree because all each person wants is for their money to come back. When that is done, then you avoid unnecessary borrowing. You know what is unnecessary. You know the expenses that are unnecessary in your life. Just avoid it. And then you maintain financial discipline until all loans are fully repaid. It doesn't mean that when you pay back, you now fall into it again. Maintain a financial discipline so that when you pay back, you become free. Remember that managing your loans is not just about paying back. It helps you to maintain financial stability. When you remember I'm not owing anyone, it helps you to plan. It helps you to focus. It helps you to know what to do at this point in time as far as money is concerned. In the course of borrowing, we have good loans and we have bad loans. Let me call it good debts and bad debts. When you are owing some people or an organization or even a financial institution, some of those debts can be called good, while some can be called bad. It is called good in the sense that whatever you are investing has future value. That when you look at it, you find out that no matter the cost of this loan, oh, I did well to borrow. Things like student loan for quality education is a good loan. Getting a loan for mortgage is a good loan. Getting a loan for business expansion is a good loan. Buying equipment for business operations is a good loan. This is because when you look at what you are doing with this money, it's expansion. Even though it may not be immediate, but on the long run, money will come in and you pay back those loans happily. Now, when we talk about bad debt, maybe someone is getting married, you need to borrow to get married. It's a bad debt. You don't borrow to get married. You don't borrow to organize a party for entertainment. Oh, I want to borrow for a party, for a birthday party. When people come and go, whatever I realize, I'll pay back. What if they don't give you anything? What if you don't realize it? Bitterness starts immediately. Borrowing for gambling is a bad debt. You don't borrow for betting. You can't borrow and you bet. Ronaldo is playing a match. You are borrowing that Ronaldo will score. Meanwhile, you're not Ronaldo, you're not the one playing. You will see them, my ticket has caught. My ticket has caught. My ticket has caught. Saka has killed me. You see them shouting. Either Saka has killed me or Martinelli has killed me. Borrowing to fund your extravagant lifestyle is a bad debt. This is because these monies are not yielding any money and repayment becomes difficult. There are so many things people do with borrowed funds that make it difficult for them to pay back. Have you ever asked yourself, anytime you want to borrow money from a financial institution, they first of all ask you what the money is for? Have you ever asked yourself? There are some things you tell them the money is for. They will tell you it's not possible, that they won't give it to you. Well, there are some things you tell them the money is for. All financial institutions will be chasing you to give you that loan. All these multiple consumer loans without repayment capacity. There's an advert I'm seeing on my phone. They say once you download, you can get up to 2 million naira cash online. You download and you collect. You see another one, you download, you collect. You see another one, you download, you collect. Meanwhile, you don't have the capacity to pay back those loans. These are all bad debts because they're not generating any income for you to use and pay back. And at the end of it all, you find yourself in a more difficult financial situation. So many people have missed the calls of their destiny helpers in the course of dodging calls from people they borrowed money from. Maybe they thought the person was calling to ask them for their money, or they thought it's one of these online loan apps that's calling them. And they refuse to pick, not knowing it's someone who wants to help them that called at the moment. So, but by the time you manage your debts properly, you'll be happy with yourself because you have the opportunity to pay back all loans and you'll be a free person. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and follow.